A Blueface and ChriseanRock reality TV show would be absolutely pointless. The reason why it would be pointless is because their everyday life is a reality show. Every second of their life is posted on the Shade Room. We're not going to see anything any different on that reality show that we see in real life, which makes this all comical in the first place. If they're getting the bag, by all means, get your money. I ain't gonna knock you, sis. I ain't gonna knock you, Blue. Get your money, Bluetooth. I guess they're the new power couples of today's society. I believe that if you're in a toxic relationship, consider yourself a winner because, relationships are becoming a thing of the past as we gradually transition into the next phase of society. But when we look at Blueface and ChriseanRock, we're not getting anything any different. You see these two, they fighting constantly. They go out to different functions. They get into fights. They get into arguments, going back and forth. We done seen him knock out her pops. It remind me of that line from off of Boys in the Hood, cruising down the street in my 6'4". It remind me of that line where Eazy-E said, reach back like a pimp and smacked her. Her father jumped out and he started to shout, so I threw a right cross and knocked his old out. You see where Blueface mom gets involved. It's starting to become repetitive, where Blueface end up cheating with his baby moms again, or Blueface got a new baby mother. She go through his phone. She black his eye. It's a constant toxic love that people are infatuated with. And people like to compare it to Bobby and Whitney. But the difference between Bluetooth and Bobby and Whitney is that we didn't have the same access that we have now, with Bobby and Whitney back in during those times. See, it was like a luxury to be able to see Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston. We didn't see Bobby and Whitney every single day. We got to see them for a season, then they go on the road, do shows, or work on their albums, work on music, or they'd just disappear for a while. These two, we see them every day. Very popular musicians who made some timeless records. They made great music. And despite their drug addiction and, Bobby Brown's criminal past, you love the family dynamic. I get it. See, the Blueface and ChriseanRock relationship is more current. So that's why people resonate with that. But their relationship, for the most part, it's all based in materialism. He buy her a nice chain. It's always him gifting her something. With Blueface and ChriseanRock, it's the same toxic ignorance every day. Just wake up, smoke weed, get drunk. He carry her upstairs, back in love. That's going to get old real quick for people, especially in this microwave era where people consume stuff so fast and they just move on to the next. So I don't see that show lasting, but I only think it's going to make it a season. She's going to go to jail. She's going to get out, take her menstrual blood, and write I love you on his car. Then, she's going to take another tooth out. She's going to probably take one of her teeth out. They got a cavity in it that should have been out anyway. Black his eye. She probably going to burn his house down. It's the same thing over and over. What are we going to see on this show any different than what we see every day on the Shade Room? And I ain't even going to cap to y'all, I'm going to be honest. The trailer was hard. The trailer was fire. Pure fire. But this concept, the show, epic fail. I think they'll pull a plug on the show because it makes zero sense to make this show. You already know she's going to do a lot of crying. Blueface going to break down going to break down more doors. She's going to get 100 more tattoos. Pretty soon, she just going to have her whole body covered with Blueface face. His face going to be all over her whole body. The top of her feet, her kneecaps, the back of her knees, her ankles. She's going to get his face on her butt, on the top of her hand, on her shoulder blade, fingertips, eyelid, nose, cheek. We get it. I made a post the other day on Facebook, and I stated that women in today's time, they're really not interested in marriages like that. And it's more so than men as well, because that's why the marital rate has declined over the years. because, men don't find it beneficial to get into a marriage. It's like women have all the leverage when you get married. So men are like looking at these contracts and they like, hold up, like, nah, this doesn't benefit me. So why would I sign this contract? Nah, it's just men smartened up without lawyers and all the other stuff. Because if she leaves, she get child support, she want alimony, she want the house, she want everything. She gonna try to, take your soul if she could. So men are opting out. They're like, nah, I'll pass. See, the gender reveal in today's time, and this is what I posted on Facebook, the gender reveal in today's time is like the marriage now. It's like getting that ring. That's why you seen SZA. She came out and said, I don't even want no, husband. I don't want no traditional family. I just want to have a child now. She don't even care about being a family. And a lot of women don't. They just want to have a baby. And with the baby, you could just have the gender reveal and you could just cut right to the chase. You could be like, look, I'm gonna have a baby and I'm gonna put you on child support. It is what it is. You're gonna put it on Instagram and put it on Facebook, and then the pink fog or the pink smoke, whatever it is, the pink smoke or the blue smoke, if it's a boy or a girl, and then everybody just gonna give them a bunch of likes, all the validation, and everybody gonna be happy. And on top of that, you could get gifts, and when you do your baby shower, everybody gonna buy you gifts. And actually, that might be a better idea. ChriseanRock and Blueface just have a baby and just do a gender reveal. That's what they should do. Just have a baby. That's it. That's the only thing that's missing from them right now is having a child. But they named it Crazy in Love. They didn't even come up with an original name. They took that from Beyonce. I'm so in love with you. Oh, that's Dangerously in Love. I'm tripping. But Crazy in Love, they still got that from Beyonce. Y'all get my concept. Don't judge me, bruh. But Crazy in Love, bruh. They took that from Beyonce. The uh-oh. That was something, that's 03, 04, 05. We in 2022. Y'all could have came up with a better name than that. On the No Jumper podcast, they were speaking about how they felt that if ChriseanRock left Blueface, that her career is over. Her career is pretty much tied to Blueface. However, I disagree. She done already built a, cult-like fan base off of her, toxic behavior. And, women are always going to side with her. Women are rooting for her right now. So if she leaves right now, she already up to 1 million plus, followers on Instagram. So I wouldn't say she's a huge name. She's a star in her own regard. We seen her take pictures with Trippie Redd and Jaden Smith. So she's in a different, right now she has her own lane. She's attracting a lot of the depressed women. There's a lot of depression that's happening right now, mental health. She capitalized off of that, right? Anxiety. She could tap into that market, into that lane, and she'll come up. It's all about marketing. She ain't got to do nothing but leave Blueface and start dating somebody else and create the same, the same type of environment. She could just replicate it with somebody else. Women rooting for her. Even in the Blueface situation, it's always a win-win situation for women. Even when ChriseanRock is in the wrong, women still side with Chrisean. So she's always going to win. If Blueface cheats on her, does her dirty, does her wrong, they're going to side with her. They're going to say, oh, girl, don't go back to him. We rooting for you. I'm so happy for her. Yes, this is you. We pulled through. Pull through, sis. Pull through. It's always that sisterhood. So she's rooting for her fellow sister. A lot of women live vicariously through Chrisean. They want her to win. They want her to do good without him. So that's why they're going to support her. I was having a conversation with someone and I was just telling them, like, you could clearly see their agenda and they're trying to brainwash women into accepting and normalizing this behavior. It's funny because Black culture, we always quick to cancel someone. We want to cancel Kanye West because he wear a White Lives Matter t-shirt, but we ignore and turn a blind eye to the people who are really doing harm to our community, and they're really hurting our community silently. A Blueface and a ChriseanRock toxic relationship is hurting the younger generation, especially women, because they'll think this is acceptable. See a female who's loony as she is and just crazy. I think she's a beautiful woman. The way she acts is doing more harm, far more harm to our community. A lot of this lead to depression, and it lead to people checking out and taking their own self out. This type of stuff could cause deeper issues. And nobody says anything to the shade room. They don't say nothing to nobody. They keep posting this madness.